Welcome back, guys. This is the This and Much More podcast. I'm Evelyn, and this is my co-host,
Rollie Vogues.
And our special guest today is
Yunno Fades.
Wait, what's really your name though?
Alondra.
But you go by Yunno Fades.
But I go by Yunno Fades.
And that's, people do call you Yunno?
Yes.
I know, I call you Yunno.
Some people don't even know my real name.
Really?
Yes, dude. And I'm just like, they'd be like, oh, bye, Yunno. What's up, Yunno? And I'm like, you don't know
What does your
name.
boyfriend say?
He calls me by my name.
By your name?
Or babe,
Alondra?
yeah.
What?
Or like whenever we're talking and then I'm like, oh, you know, he's like, Fades.
And your family?
But
by
they
your
call me
name?
Morena.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And your friends do call you more like Yunno and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, my clients.
Oh, well, your
Yeah.
clients, yeah.
So what do your friends call you?
You're our friend.
All right, so for those that don't know, you're a barber.
I'm a barber.
All right.
She's Milo's barber,
Yeah,
too.
Milo's barber.
Shout out to her.
This is the second barber we have on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you
Well-
for trusting me.
But first official one, like,
Yeah, first official, like, barber.
yeah, Milo's barber now. So we want to start off with asking, like, how'd you get started with cutting hair? Or, yeah.
So I started cutting hair when I was 14 years old.
Dang.
Yeah, my neighbor, he actually started cutting hair when around the same age too, but he knew I was working at the flea market at the time. And I guess he felt bad for me. So he was like, maybe if I talk to the lady that owns the barber shop, he can she can hook her up and then she can come cut hair because pobrecita está en la pulga, you know? So, yeah. So
Wait, ¿en qué pulga?
En la Coles Flea Market.
Where
La
is
de
it?
la teléfono.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
No, dime la
that
calle,
one.
dime la calle. Porque I know la de la
La de la
59 y
teléfono,
la teléfono, la airline.
Nah, I like the telephone one.
La única que me sé by
Yeah.
the name is la tía Pancha.
Oh, no, I've never been to that one.
That's
Really?
the airline one, right?
That's the airline one. It's like fucking fun. We should go there. It's
Really?
fun,
yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty cool.
What? Like, it's como like kind of like a club or what?
They have clubs.
They have a club, yeah.
Pero-
It's like the Sábado Domingo. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Sábado Domingo. And it's like they have a fucking band or grupo playing and they have music. But we go because we love eating the food there.
Oh,
you know?
okay, okay,
The
yeah.
food's bomb. So, but we just haven't gone
Mhm.
since COVID, I think.
No, well, yeah. So I was working at the flea market. My neighbor was like, hey, you should come try to learn how to cut hair, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I don't. Like, no, I don't want to cut hair. And so pasó like a whole year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his mom finally talked to my mom. Y le dijo, hey, like they actually do need a girl. Porque to balance out the barbershop, they had like 3 guys and just 1 girl. So to kind of balance out the barbershop, they were like, okay, well then, yeah, tell your neighbor, like bring her so she can just get a feel for it. Entonces, that's whenever my neighbor was like, talk to his mom talked to my mom. Mom was like, just go, like un sábado, just one Saturday, go and see. And I was like, fine. So fui. And I was just literally just standing there looking at all the barbers, just like, okay, like I guess, like I didn't understand anything. I was just like, wow, like I don't want to do this. like I don't want to cut hair.
Like you didn't understand anything como like
yeah,
Number wise, like me, whenever you were talking about numbers.
anything, like the clippers, I didn't understand what they did. I didn't understand like, oh, give me a one on top with a ball fade. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what a low fade, taper fade, none of that.
So
No sé
so how were you cutting before? Just
Yeah, because you said you started at 14.
yeah.
At the pulga, how were you just cutting?
No,
your hair?
at the pulga I wasn't cutting. I was working at the pulga as selling clothes.
As selling
Oh.
clothes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
and
thought
then
you were
he's-
cutting hair
no,
there.
no, I wasn't.
Oh.
I was just selling
Oh,
clothes.
so I see why
Yeah.
he was like, oh, pobrecita, le voy a sacar de la pulga.
I'm get her out of the pulga so that she can,
Cut hair.
yeah, like have like a job.
Oh.
So then
You were confused as fuck when you were there.
I was like, what is this? And I didn't want to do it. So, pero ya me sentía como con compromiso. I was like, well, I'm already here. Like, ya tengo el compromiso. Like, at least I try to learn a little bit. And then I would go every day after school, like high school. I would go every day and just look at them. Pretty much just stare at them. And then she would like kind of test me. Like, okay, I need you to memorize the numbers and I need you to memorize every single haircut and all this. Y no se me pegaba. Like, I was just like, I don't understand any of it. No se me pegaba, no se me... I struggled so much. Maybe for like 6 months. I didn't understand
Holy
anything.
shit, that's a long
Yeah, for like 6
time.
months. And like, she would just have me do like eyebrows. Like, she's like, okay, well then, go try out eyebrows. Or I would like practice on her doing eyebrows, like waxing them.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just do that. Or I would trim women hair, like bien poquito. Or like just re-dye roots. She started teaching me how to re-dye roots for women.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started doing that.
And when do you feel like you just started like being like, all right, I like it?
Like maybe 5 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 5 years ago, probably, I was like, I like it. Because I started actually saying, like, hey, I'm kind of good. You know, I'm kind of good about it. Yeah, literally, like, 5 years ago, I was like, oh, I'm kind of good. I'm not mad at it. But that's when my brain started going somewhere else to try to, like, get out of the barbershop and do something more.
Mm-hmm.
Because ya empezó a gustar. Yeah. But while I was cutting hair, I was also going to school to be a nurse. Because I wanted to get out of being a barber.
Yeah. And you ended up not finishing the school for the nursing? Or you did? Or are you still going?
I'm still going to school.
Oh, and that's something you still want to do, nursing? Or are you just going?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, but at least you'll have that. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
That'll be
Like an extra thing if you decide to just like... I don't think medical field was ever for me. Medical field. I always hate needles. How did I get a tattoo? I don't know. Yo nunca fui a los doctors by myself.
Really?
Yeah, I hate needles. My sister, she's like a nurse or whatever, and ella es la que me sacaba la sangre. So yo iba a la clínica de ella because I would always be like, she would be like talking to me, you know.
You feel comfortable with her.
Yeah. So whenever I had Milo, I was freaking the hell out because I was like, how the fuck am I gonna do it at the hospital? Like,
so many needles, like a cada rato.
girl, y luego nunca me encontraban la vena, so me estaban pique, right? Like,
Yep.
I was just like, yeah.
You're like, right here in your forehead, you have a good one.
And then this recent trip to Cancun, I told him, damn, I feel like I want to be a nurse just because some guy had a seizure on the plane.
Yeah.
Ándale. That's the reason why, like, también, like, I would always, like, at the barber shop, I always had, like, little moments where, like, we need a nurse. And I'm like, I'm going for school. I'm like, come on, let's go. Where? So I was like, I think it's calling me. Like, being a nurse is calling me because a lot of, like, little kids would choke on candy at the barber shop or, like, out of nowhere. Like, I remember there's, like, un semáforo, right? And 2 barbers were outside. Y una señora got out of her truck. She was on a red light. She got out of her truck and she's like, I need help. And they knew I was in the medical field. They're like, come outside. And I was cutting hair. I was like, no, dude, like, I'm cutting hair. I can't go outside. They're like, no, they need you. I was like, who needs me? Why are you so, like, worried? And he was kind of, like, smiling. I was like, why are you smiling? Like, this is too slick. I don't understand. He's like, no, dude, come. We don't know what to do. But on a little girl choking.
Oh, shit.
She was like already limp, like she was done, and I was like,
So what did you do?
Happened? I just got her in a little back and I was like, slapping her, and I was like, her little stomach, yeah, and she did spit out como una menta. It was una menta.
Yeah, and I think, like, I love helping people, you know, but medical field has never been a thing that interests me. So then being in the, I think now more because I have Milo. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason. Because when I was on the plane with him, and I thought it was a little kid, dude.
Like this one time they went to Cancun?
Yeah,
on the way back.
On the way back. And that was 15 minutes in, and it's just like they, like, literally como una película, and they announce, like, if you're a nurse or a doctor, can you please turn on your light? We need a doctor and a nurse, like, now. And we're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, separaron like 3 people. Like, they just ran over there.
And then the grandma, era una familia, like, India, you know? And we saw them at the airport.
At the airport.
You know,
why, and they had
up.
2 kids with them. So
they had 2 kids.
That's why we thought, oh, it's one of the kids.
Because the dad was there. Oh. And then I saw the old lady. It was the grandma. Y se vino para atrás llorando. And then I'm just like, oh my God, it's one of the kids, you know? And I started kind of like wanting to cry because I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And then they were saying, he's not responding. And I was just like getting chills. And I was like,
fuck.
And then the nurse that went to go help, she was like over the seat, como like así, you know, trying to reach the guy.
Since the seats are so small, you know, and
Yeah.
so she was like así, like over him, over the chair.
Trying to do what?
Well,
I think they had to lay him down or something
because
he was having the seizure. Yeah.
And then it's like 3 seats, so I think they had to pick up the thing that where the handle thing, and le tenían. And then había otra nurse que estaba ayudando, but the fact that we're just there doing nothing, being helpless, like, you can't do nothing. You know?
It reminded me of episode
Grey's Anatomy. Have you seen Grey's Anatomy?
No, I've seen The Good Doctor.
Oh, I heard that's a good show too. I want to watch it.
I only watched like 2 episodes, but I was like, well, that's good. I want to be that.
No, but then we came back and we were like, well, because she's like, man, now I want to be a doctor, right? But I was like,
Ay,
well, we.
Me quería ir a la
But I was
escuela por
like,
8
we
años.
should take like the classes like to know how to like do
Well,
CPR.
Roland, you're certified,
yeah.
right?
Well, yeah, but you have to like be certified. Like you have to retake the little thing.
Yeah, you have to.
every.
Yeah, it has to get renewed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
But
I haven't done it.
If you
in-
don't help, like you can get like in trouble for not helping.
But you can get in trouble for helping too.
Oh no.
Yeah, they told me.
Yeah, you have to ask for permission.
You have to ask them like if they're choking and you're like, "Can I help you?" You have to say.
Oh,
and
you have to say like my name is.
Yeah, my name is so and so.
Yeah.
I'm whatever. Can I help you? Or do you want me to help you? And if they say yes, then because if you help them without them giving you consent,
And
it could
you kill
be
'em?
yeah,
Yeah.
or no,
Or they die and they can be like, yeah, he touched them or something.
there's some shit. Or they can even if you
Sue
help
you.
them and they survive, they can sue you. Like yeah, porque maybe they're like I didn't want to be touched or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Yeah. Or como sexual harassment or you know,
Yeah.
anything.
I hear this man's lips touch mine. Like, I'd be like, okay, I try to help you, bro, but I.
No, yeah, it'd be crazy because people
Yeah.
are crazy like that, you know.
Yeah.
Pero ¿qué dicen tus parents? Like, do they think they know you're going to school for nursing?
Yes, they don't really think that like barbering is a profession.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So they're like, sí, mi hija, ve a la escuela, edúcate, you know.
Man, I don't know, but
But what about,
'Cause-
do you make some good money with it?
Being a barber or being a nurse?
A barber.
Barber.
You're not a nurse yet, girl.
How do you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbers
Pero,
make good
and,
money.
and then, ¿qué te dice tus parents still? They don't still think it's
No,
not
no,
a-
yeah, they don't really like. Yo no voy a decir, ir a matar todo lo que tengo, you know?
No, porque luego te van a decir, paga la renta.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but what was I gonna say? Oh, by my parents? Yeah, no, they support it. They actually like after I left the barbershop, that's when they were like, "Esto es mi hija," you know, like échale ganas, you know.
Yeah.
You got some going for yourself. When I left the barbershop, but when I was in the barbershop, they're like, "Sí, vayas a la escuela, be a nurse, do that." Mm-hmm.
And what about, how long have you been going to school for?
Since I was 19. How many years? 19 to 25.
6? Yeah, 6 years. Wait, so you're doing like your basics and then...
Yeah, like I literally like I would just take like 2 classes per
Oh, so you're taking
semester.
it like slow. Oh, I see what you're saying. Dang, that's pretty good though. I mean, that you're still, besides from being a barber, you want to do the
Yeah.
nursing on the
Terminarlo.
side. ¿Cuánto más te falta mucho?
Like, yo le tanteo like un año y medio.
And then you'll be like certified?
Mm-hmm. Well, I still have to do like the
Hours and stuff like
yeah.
that? Oh, I see.
So that's why I'm like, let me just do a stopping point. Ahorita que agarre because I'm getting a associates in, ¿cómo se llama? Science and nursing? Or no?
No, I
It,
You
don't.
could
it was
get it-
something like that.
yeah, because well, whenever we were in school, it was always like
Arts or
associates
science.
or arts and science. One of those.
So it's probably like the
Yeah, science and
one.
nursing. Así. So,
So-
I'm like, I probably, okay, go.
No.
No, go ahead.
I'm like, I'll probably stop right there.
No, it was just like more of a. I was gonna say talking about like for people who are gonna start doing barber or see like, did you the prices you have now were they always the same prices or like you charge like $5 a cut before?
No, so yeah, so when I first started, we would charge like, como like $11 or $10 per haircut. Yeah, when I first started, which was like literally 10 years ago, those were the prices, like maybe 12. Como
I thought-
$10, $12.
I thought it would have been less because I would pay like $7 at Capri. Shout out Capri.
Oh yeah. Y por Howard.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Sí, esa.
Waiting like fucking 5 hours and shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think, but that was when you were like what?
I was in middle school, like
Yeah.
maybe half of high school. I don't know.
That was probably like 15 years ago.
Damn, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty fucking old.
So yeah, like 10 years ago, it was like
Yeah.
$5 more. Yeah, so like around $10, $12. Y it stayed like that for maybe 3 more years. And then we went up to $15. And then it stayed at 15 for maybe 2 more years. And then we went up to $17. And then it stayed like that for like a year. And then we went up to 19. And then at 1 more year, we went up to 20.
And that was like at the shop, like
was
as
at the
a
barber
whole, like
Yeah. As a whole. And then we would charge extra for beard. So if you wanted to get your beard, that was like $6 more. If you wanted to do your eyebrows, that was like $5 more.
And that was just because the price increase era porque it was like every barbershop was doing it, or it was just because we're getting better, let's just do it?
Both.
It's just because everybody was raising prices, right?
Both. Like we were here like, oh, fulanito de tal subió $2, and they were like, all right, let's vamos a subir $2.50. You know? Yeah, so we were just like, okay, we would go with how everybody else was moving, and then we were like, okay, well then, since we're gonna charge $6 more, let's throw in a hot towel, or let's throw in a little extra something,
Extra sauce.
yeah, a little extra sauce.
So then,
Put the edge up a little bit more crispy this time.
Shit. And then
so then you were at the barber and they were already charging like $20, right?
Correct, yeah.
So whenever you left the barber shop, how much were they charging?
Cuando me fui, I think they still stayed at 20.
And then you just did your own thing?
I was like, I'm not worth no 20. I was like, not 20 for me. Y luego también because the location where I'm at. So I came from Fuqua, which was like the barbershop. One wall was green, one wall was red. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was kind of like people were laying down, getting their beard done, looking at a green wall, a red wall.
Como que se
You know,
estuvieran en un-
literally on my section, on my chair, not to like, you know, I love the barbershop where I came from, not to roast them, but it was so funny because they were laid down. Y llevé un little pencil, like, para que no se cayera la lámina.
Oh my God.
Yeah, había un little pencil para que no se cayera el little frame square thing. You know?
oh shit.
So it was like, my guy, you remember those days? Look where we at now. Come on now.
I mean, you're in a pretty good area too,
Yeah,
though.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and when did you decide to do that
To leave the
To leave.
barbershop?
and do your own thing?
When I got a little bit of courage, honestly, whenever I was like, when did I? Oh, you know what? When I didn't want to be at the barbershop anymore, I was like, I couldn't find a parking spot. I was like, bro, I'm mad. I can't park.
Like,
at
I
my
work
job.
here? Yeah.
Yeah, like, I can't park at my job. People were already waiting for me outside. I couldn't do appointments. I wanted to work by appointment, you know? I wanted my commission to go a little bit more up. I wanted to make a little bit more money. Because entre más trabajaba, más me quitaban. So I was like, I'm grown. Come on now. Like, yeah. So I was like, I kind of want to go. I want to leave.
You were like that little boy, el morenito que dice, I'm grown.
Yeah.
Así estabas,
Yeah,
like.
and I guess they kept seeing me like, oh, she's a little 15-year-old girl.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I feel like you've gone through that. Like people since she was like young or whatever, she would be like very like a go-getter, and so pero people wouldn't take her as serious because she was young.
I know. When I worked at the funeral home, I was one of the first like young people there, and one of the managers was my tia was a manager, right? Or no, she wasn't, but she was working there and she was the top like producer. You know,
And you had the
Evelin.
potential to do that too, right?
And when I interviewed, I didn't even interview for sales. I interviewed for like an hourly paid job, and the general manager was like, "No, like you can be a
You could
good
do that,
salesperson,
yeah.
like you know." And I'm like, "All right, let's do it," you know. So one of the managers in the back was like, "You look too young," you know. And I worked with a lot of old people, a lot of white people, you know. So cuando yo iba a dar like mi presentación, they'll be like, "How do you know so much?" You know, they'd be like, "You're so young," and I'm like, "Well, yeah. I mean, I got trained. I went through classes. And by experience, it's just you just know as you go, you know." But yeah, a lot of people didn't take me serious, like,
and
you
you
know. And
felt-
it happens a lot, though, you know.
Pero también te sientes like they don't see like the value.
So it makes
in
you want to push it even more, right? Like you're like, man, fuck everybody, I'm gonna do it, like. Because yeah, it's just y más que como somos hispanas,
Yeah.
you know.
They're like, you're not gonna be anything in life. Well, that's a little story that I'll tell you right now.
No, tell us.
I'll tell you a little story right now. No, but it was somebody who actually at the barbershop, it was one of my clients that told me like, with that attitude, you're not gonna be anything in life. Well, I don't give nobody that attitude, you know. I'm real like chill and happy. Pero this guy, era un abogado, right? And so I'm a dreamer. I have a DACA, right? But he was telling me, he's like, I can hook you up. Like, we can get you a visa. Like, I was like, oh, really cool. Like, all right. So, like, explain to me a little bit. He's like, okay, so you're going to have to go through one of my friends first. He's going to get you all set up, and then you're going to come to me. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And he was telling me, like, all the papers that I have to file first. And I was like, all right, that sounds good. I was like, so más o menos como cuánto dinero va a ser? Like, más o menos. He was like... he was like trying to like, oh, get close, right? I was like, oh, his big number, okay. I was like, okay, I gotta be good close.
You're like, fuck, he's about to tell me a big ass number.
Yeah, I was like, so más o menos cuánto? And he's like, get close. And he's like, solamente unos besitos. And I was like, what? I was like, wait, like, I was like, nah, I didn't hear that right. I was like, ¿qué dijo? And he's like, unos besitos nomás. I was like, nah, dude, like, you got me messed up, like, nah. And I was like over here already with an attitude, like, nah, like, I don't do that. And he's like, por eso las muchachas como tú nunca van a llegar a hacer nada. Ella con esa actitud. And I was like, oh, no, you're getting out of my chair. And I was like over here.
Did you finish his haircut?
I was like, I'm not finishing your haircut. I was like, no. And then he was telling like the other barbers, porque they were like, hey, what happened? I was like, no, I'm not finishing his haircut because he's disrespectful, right? And he was like, nah, I didn't even tell you anything. Like, tú eres una exagerada. Yeah.
Did you tell the barbers what he said?
Yeah, after he left. Because I wasn't about to embarrass him, you know.
Name drop him right now.
Nah.
Tato viejito. I was like, I wasn't going to embarrass him.
Nah,
Like,
fuck that.
yeah, so I was like, nah, that he's disrespectful.
I don't think, thank God, I don't think I've ever, right? But in a situation like that.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't know. No,
I don't think so. I mean, I've got hit on, but nunca me han dicho. Oh,
I would think I would know.
I would have
Better
told
tell
you.
me.
Like, damn, babe, they said if I do this, they'll give me some money.
What's up?
Well, then go.
What do you think?
Nah,
Damn,
fuck
that's
that.
crazy. Did you tell your parents or your boyfriend?
Later on. Yeah. Later
So
on.
like, or it's the first time hearing about it on here right now.
They know now.
Nah, yeah.
Dang. Heck no. Well, obviously, pensaba que you were gonna.
Yeah, that I was going to be like, porque también like, oh, es hispanita, you know, she.
Yeah, it's just crazy because they look at you and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, está mensa. You know, es hispana. ¿Qué va a tener de la vida?
And then maybe he might have came across other girls that actually did it or some shit, you know?
Yeah,
So.
my mom was like, de todos modos, no iba a poder, like, eso no se puede, like, he can't help you at all. I was like, really? Really? There's no hope?
So, being a like a girl barber, you get that a lot? Like,
No.
guys, like...
Surprisingly,
no?
no. Mm-mm.
And what about getting hit on?
By guys, no.
Uh-huh. No. Well, now no, because I know that they're your clients and they like know
Pero
you.
tampoco, like,
You're
from
one
the
of the-
get-go, I'm like, what's up? You good? All right.
You're one of the boys now.
You good? All right.
It's so
cool.
funny because I feel like you would become like one of the boys to the
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah,
and
literally.
Roland becomes one of the amigas
The
to the girl.
I mean, I'm part of them.
Yeah, because I hang out with girls, you
Yeah.
know, and it's like 6 of us, I think. And back in the day, they used to, well,
Amiga.
they have them like, oh, amiga, you know, so they included him. They'll just call him amigo, but he's part of the amigas,
Yeah.
so whatever.
Yeah. Shout out to them. Going back to like appointments and stuff, like, I guess because we were talking about pricing and everything.
Yeah.
I remember, I don't know why I thought, like, whenever Tony, which was Milo's barber before and mine, I would have to wait for him, right? It was like a time when I would go after school or whatever, and then I was waiting like 5 hours or whatever, and I would tell him, I'm like, man, dude, like,
Make appointments.
yeah, you should do appointments, but that's before I even knew people did appointments. So I always thought like, oh, I'm the one
we
that,
all do this. Like, we
Yeah.
all gotta wait.
and I'm like, I feel like, I'm the one that's pushing that fucking agenda, like the
Yeah.
appointment shit. But I guess it was a whole thing at once. But I remember telling him, porque he would do like the razor edge ups like on little kids and shit, and I'm like, dude, like the moms don't care. The moms don't care if the little kid gets a little razor or whatever. Like, so him wasting all that time like
Do
on
you
a
care
little
for
kid.
Milo to get a race edge?
Nah.
Ah.
No, I just feel like he looks good like
Yeah.
after a cut, you know. Pero imagine putting a towel on Milo or some shit, like it's just like, come on,
Girl,
you
ni
know.
se quiere sentar sola, imagínate una toalla.
But I guess what I'm saying is like, I feel like appointments are a good idea. And do you feel like you got more clients after you started appointments,
or did you lose some?
because you're gonna lose some, but do you feel was it worth it?
Oh, yeah, for sure it was worth it. It was worth it for the people who actually have money and that they only can come in and get out. Like, I have to, like, come in and get out. I can't sit here and wait for you. So at the barbershop, that was the case. Sometimes people would come in and be like, hey, you got me, and I'm going to hand you 100 right now if you got me, but right now. You know, so it was people with money who were like, I'd rather do appointment. Like, I can't sit around and wait 2-3 hours. So doing appointments got me people who had money, who would like, hey, I'm willing to pay however it is so that I can get an appointment. So I did lose clients who were unresponsible, that's fine. You know, that's always a good thing. Like, you're not a responsible person. I booked you an appointment, you didn't show up, you're unresponsible, so now you're out of my booking list. And I kept the people who had money, who were responsible.
Yeah, and then they rely. They want a haircut by you. So, with that being said, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back.
All right.
So, how did you get your name?
Okay, so, you know,
You redo it.
it's literally, because so I would always be like, okay, so how do I want my name to be, like, should it be a little bit, like, that's weird, why what, that's a weird name. So I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna go, because I was thinking, when they get out of here, obviously someone's gonna be like, where'd you get your fade at? And they'll be like, and be like, no, I don't. You should. That's basically it. Just because
But I think it's the way you spelled it that makes it different.
Yeah, it's badass.
Yeah.
I like the name.
I like the name too because I'll be like, oh yeah, but it's not like, oh, you know, but then it is but you spell it YUNNO, right? So yeah, that's pretty unique. Like, así.
What would be the Spanish of like, ya sabes?
Tú sabes.
Damn, imagine. Tú sabes fades.
Y me like, ¿dónde cortaste el pelo? ¿Tú sabes?
I don't know, I'm asking you.
No sé, ¿a dónde? No, pues tú sabes.
Me lo cortó, tú sabes.
Yeah, no. Fuck.
Did you like it?
Yes.
The margarita?
You guys know that I don't drink, for my clients that are watching. They know I don't drink,
But she was gonna have one drink.
Yeah, it's like a little loose.
Por eso le compré la más grandota que había. So
and then Rollie was like, she don't need nothing to loosen up.
No, she don't need nothing to loosen up.
I was like, you don't have to drink. Man, but we're gonna go get some like hard margaritas.
Not hard. We're gonna get you a frozen margarita.
No, I wanted a hard one though.
What do you mean by hard?
Yeah.
Like a strong one.
Like it'll mess you up just with one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted
But
some.
if they're frozen, because we've been
I'll
to...
be like, ¿qué pasa? What else you asking?
I'm like, oh yeah, you know. No, yeah, he wanted to go to Velvet Taco, and I'm like, by the time you get here, it's gonna be derretida, like, you know.
I don't think so.
And then he's like, you can make one, and I'm just like, you remember how? Did we tell you how people think like my margarita?
Because she makes the best margaritas.
My margarita?
Yes.
Oh, nah,
That
girl.
was what I was expecting.
She's like,
She's
you
like,
got your
I
own
got
can?
I was like, I don't want that.
I want the famous
because
one.
he's like, oh, you have the stuff to make the margarita, and I'm like, well, I have the tequila, but no tengo las otras cosas. He's like, oh, we can just get that. I'm like, I ain't trying to make margaritas. I don't even know. It's just I just mix that
So
shit.
like, man, she only wants one. Like, it's cool.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get her a kawama, like the big one, And then he's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, well, it's good. It's not a frozen drink, but I know que it's not like hard, or whatever. And I was gonna get one too, but I saw esta, and I was just like, se me antoja. So I'm just like, because I usually drink beer, the Michelob,
Damn.
I know, I seen.
Yeah. We're so close to getting a Michelob sponsorship, and then you start drinking that.
Hey, I'm okay with getting sponsored by Michelob or Twisted Tea, so either or works with me.
I guess. So, what are some crazy stories that you've had or you've heard in the barber chair?
O un secreto que te dijeron, que podías decirle a otra.
Okay, so my client, he generally told me like, you can tell people this. I'm not gonna say his name, obviously, right? But I seen him today. I could have said today.
I'm gonna go to your stories and shit.
Nah, what's it? Okay, so it's a little bit like rated R. A little bit rated R.
Let's go.
He I don't know.
Here, put the mic a little bit closer
Okay.
para que se escuche un poquito más claro.
Okay, so when he was in high school, he broke his thing. Like broke it. Like broke it. So you know how men only have like 2 veins on their part, right? He one of those veins erupted. Yeah. And
while he was doing it?
Yeah.
What?
So was it like the girl writing him wrong, or
no,
he was going too hard?
She was moving too much. Yeah. Like I guess she was all excited, you know, she was moving too much. She was moving too much, and that he felt a little bit weird, but he was like, oh, whatever. He kept going like nothing. It was like till like 2 hours later that he noticed that his thing was like aguacate. Like it looked like un aguacate.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, like aguacate how?
Like aguacate, like negro. Like
Oh.
Oh, shit. Because I thought you meant like, I don't know.
But I'm going to go take a piss real quick. What the fuck? Oh, black. Holy
Negro,
shit.
como aguacate.
yeah, like aguacate, like
I thought
negro.
like
Y like,
shape.
Yo
I thought the
también,
shape
literally,
too. Like, I was like, oh, cilantro. But then you're saying the
both,
color.
both,
Holy
like the
shit.
shape
Oh,
and the
fuck.
color. Yeah, it turned like aguacate. It looked like a literal aguacate.
Oh my God.
And he had to go to the doctor right away. And he was in high school. He was like 17.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. And so he had to tell his parents. And they took him to the hospital. He had surgery. And he's like, the worst thing is that a really pretty nurse was the one who had to look at me. Yeah.
Damn.
Damn, were they able to fix it?
Mm-hmm.
So,
It works now. Yeah.
It works.
He told me that it works now. And he's still with the same girl. Oh, my God.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least he's with the same girl,
Yeah,
right? I
he's
mean,
still
if
with
she
her.
broke it, then
Yeah.
he belongs to her forever.
Yeah, he's like, if she ain't breaking, is she not the one?
Hell no. She
Babe,
paid
let's
for
go
the
break
she
it.
paid for the surgery. Yeah,
Don't get nervous.
Yeah, okay. I'm not about no. Fuck no. I didn't even want to picture like the whole
That's
story because I'm
insane.
like,
You don't want to picture the aguacate?
okay. Now everybody's picturing it. Everybody watching is like picturing it like.
Se
the
mira
fuck.
como un aguacate.
Damn, I'm not going to say aguacate is the same anymore.
Like, that's how it looks when it breaks.
Damn.
And like his biggest worry was like, I'm never gonna be like a normal man anymore.
Wait, can he still have kids though?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good.
But the healing process, he said it took a long time, and he was on crutches. Like he couldn't walk.
Oh, crutches.
Yeah.
Damn.
And they would ask him in school, like, what happened? What happened?
But he's in crutches and both his feet look fine.
Yeah.
So
I
what
broke my
happened?
leg. Broke my third leg.
Literally, pero no decía. Like he was just like, no, I just have like a small injury. Yeah. So I think that's one.
And
of
he
the
said it was
success
okay for you to tell people, just not obviously to name him, right? Damn,
Holy
that's
shit,
badass.
crazy.
I think I'm very like an open book too. Like I'm like, oh, I don't care.
ones. You can attend.
Yeah. people know. Like I don't care. People can know. You know, I see. He's more
You
like,
know, fake.
yeah, you know.
Well, yesterday una crazy story of y'all.
¿Cuál?
La de Rollie.
Which one?
Which one?
You remember the one that you told me? And then I was like, okay, we're going to talk about that at the podcast.
The speaking tongues?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Man,
That's
that was crazy. Yeah, because so
we're Catholic, guys. We're all
Yes.
Catholic.
Yeah,
so,
so when I was younger, my mom took she took me. I think it was just me, and then her. We went to a retiro, and we were there for like 2 days, or how long did it take? A weekend?
Like 2-3 days.
And at one point, we had to go to a gym, and everybody stood like in spots. Everybody stood in spots or whatever, and they turned off the lights at the gym, and they were like, all right, everybody's gonna start praying. I think they blindfolded us, or we had to close our eyes or something.
Blindfold.
I'm like, God damn.
you're like, what retreat are you going to?
And then they're like, all right, we're gonna start praying. Everybody just pray or whatever. And I don't even know where my mom was. You couldn't feel nobody, but there was like people walking between everybody, so you would feel when somebody's walking. Anyway, I'm there with my eyes closed, and then I'm praying, right? Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, whatever. We're just like that, and then I start hearing somebody in the very like that way, and they just start speaking tongues, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
But
And
how
then,
did they sound?
like some crazy shit, like it's fast as fuck, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I was like, all right, whatever. And then I hear somebody else over there doing, and then somebody like behind me, and then people are just speaking tongues, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And then I started hearing people cry too, and I'm just like with my eyes closed, like, what the fuck is going on? And so I'm just like, I guess I gotta speak tongues. So I'm just like, I start doing it too, you know? And I'm like, holy shit, like. That's the first time I ever heard like anybody speaking tongues.
Yeah, which by the way, we're not making fun of it, you
Yeah.
know,
No,
but
no.
it's
Hey.
more like obviously he's
principle of him.
I was little. I was
The
little.
principle of him saying like, I guess me too.
Yeah. Shit, wouldn't y'all? Like, it's just like, I was little. I mean, I didn't know.
How little were you?
Like fucking 20. Nah. Nah, I was probably like fucking like less than 15 maybe.
No, yeah, because
Younger
when
than
I
15.
when I met you, I remember you telling me the story, you know,
Yeah,
because
man, that
I
shit
didn't
was
even
wild.
know like Catholics, you know, because my family doesn't go to church that much. I think out of my immediate family, I'm the one that goes to church more, así como tú. Por eso te
Because of his family
pregunté.
también.
Yeah, so por eso te pregunté like, oh, what about your parents? And you're like, oh no, it's me or whatever. Because out of my parents and like my siblings, it's me who goes to church, you know. Because when I met him, I was already going to my.
Catecismo and all that.
Well, I did my confirmation. Yeah, pero yo iba así. My mom signed me up, pero yo iba, you know. And but yeah, like his mom has always been very like, you know, like Catholic.
So that's how you were raised.
Yeah.
And that's why you were going to retreats. She was like,
Yeah. But I was like, man, I don't want to go. I don't know.
Yeah, su mom ya quiere meter a Milo a las little classes. And I'm like, okay, si usted lo va a meter, usted lo va a llevar y usted lo va a recoger. Because you're going to deal with dropping him off, you know. Because even though I think now he wouldn't have that big of a problem because he's already going to school.
What I think
and
was
he's used to
dope
it.
though is that I didn't go to the classes like that. Like for my communion and stuff, I didn't go.
Why?
My mom was just
Mexico.
like,
He got a one-day ticket, girl.
Really?
Yeah,
She's like,
so-
we'll just sign you.
my cousin's
Ya te sabes
grandma.
todo.
Yeah, because my cousin's
no
grandma nos
sabías.
enseñó. She gave us a little book, like
What cousin's grandma?
Javi's grandma.
Oh, okay.
On the mom's side. But she gave us like a little. I think it was his grandma. I don't know. She gave us this little paper. It's just a paper, and it was folded in two. And the front had like oraciones, el acto de contrición, and then like the 10 commandments and everything you need to know. And we would go to the house to learn it. Like, and she would like test us, and she'd be like, all right, I think y'all ready.
Really? That's so cool.
And from there, we just went to Mexico, and
Just did it over there in
yeah,
Mexico.
and then I
Oh,
just
test.
did it, and then
Like te sienta con un priest or something like that,
yeah,
right?
and then that's it. So I didn't have to go to school for that or whatever. But then I come back, and she's like, I want you to go to the class, and I'm like, for what? I already did my shit. You know?
Your mom?
Yeah, and she's like, no más para ir, es bueno para ir. So I was there for fun, and I was just like. But the guy,
San Agustin.
yeah, San Agustin.
I was a teacher there.
And
Yeah.
San Agustin?
For catecismo, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one where you do the first communion or is confirmation?
No, I
Or is it
was
both?
teacher for the first year of confirmation, so they needed a second year, but I didn't do the second year. I just did the first year.
Yeah, so my cousin that's watching Milo, yo le gano con un año. We're like literally like a year apart. And when we went to the catecismo together, and then when he didn't want to go, right? First of all. But my tia, pues his mom, you know, after my grandparents passed away, I was always with him, you know, so that's how come we were all close. And he's like, oh, well, I'm like, sign up, you know, I'm gonna go too. So we were gonna go together, you know. So then when we found out when we got there that we were supposed to do 2 years, you know, but since I'm a year older, they allowed me 1, and he was a year younger, he had to do 2, so he just stopped going. Yeah, because he was like, hell no, I'm not gonna go
by myself.
He's like, I'm not gonna go the whole 2 years. So I was super annoyed. And then there was a guy there that I thought was him.
Really?
So
Shit, you ain't catching me there.
But you went to San Agustin.
no, it was Blessed Sacrament. Pero yo no sabía que él iba a la iglesia ni nada de eso. Pero I used to have like a crush on him, you know. So I used to think he was the same guy at my church.
So when you saw him in school, you're like, that's the guy from that.
Yeah, she
from
kissed
church.
him and everything.
No, I didn't. He's lying.
So like,
like-
damn,
she's
that
like
crush
the-
must have not been that important.
The chisme's good. Nah, no. I just thought that they just looked alike, you know. And I was like, his name was Rob and he's Roland. So yo
Ay, se
nunca...
acuerda y todo.
So like,
Pues ahora sí
she's
sé.
like, hey Roland. He's like, shit, my name's Rob, but fuck
no,
it.
I
If you
just-
like me, I like you too.
I'd be like, hey, Ro. It works for both
Like,
of y'all.
bro, Rob, shit works for me.
But yeah, and it was crazy. Like, you know, I just finished it by myself. But yeah.
At least, like, te casaste por la iglesia, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put them on the spot, but when I was going to the classes, like I told my mom, I don't want to go because I would show up and it wasn't even, we weren't doing shit. Like they
Yeah,
would
we're just sitting there.
They would pull up like Rockets games and shit, and they were just watching videos.
Dude, I literally, like, when yo era teacher, I was like really like, una velita aquí, everybody close your eyes, let's pray. Yeah, I was like, oh my girls, and I wouldn't even teach nothing from the book.
But what about the time que te las llevaste?
I know, me las llevaba las mangonadas. It was just like 5 of us. And I was like, vámonos a las mangonadas, girls. Yeah. And it was kind of good because it's like, they trust me, you know? They don't see me really like, oh, she's authority, you know?
I
know.
Like,
she's young.
Well,
she's
how
cool.
old were you?
I was like 18.
Oh.
Like 18, 19.
She's going to sell us. Like,
Yeah.
No, like when we were at the airport, right? We're on the terminal. It was for to go to Houston. But I guess before that, it was for Newark, New Jersey. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And so the terminal started changing.
Oh, my God,
so
yeah.
there was a lot of people sitting down and they were like, oh,
New Jersey.
If you're going to New Jersey, the terminal changed. So I was like, oh, shit, are we in the right spot? You know? And then there was this girl behind us and Evelyn's like, she's like, excuse me, are you going to Houston? And she's like, if you have to, no. She's like,
no.
She's like, no, I'm going to America if you have to know. Or something like that.
And I'm just like,
And we looked at each other. No, we looked at each other.
I was so
like,
fucking confused.
Yeah, I was like,
You're like, Houston is not America?
yeah. I'm like, Houston's in America, you know what the fuck? And then Evelyn, she's like, what the fuck, bitch? She's like, no, she told me, like, she's like, what the fuck, bitch? I'm not gonna fucking human traffic you and shit. Like,
I'm not gonna fucking steal you. You're like fucking two times my size. How am I gonna take you down?
Her, are we going to Houston?
No, I said, are you going to Houston?
Okay.
You know? And she's like, ¿qué dijo? She's like, no, I'm going to America if you have to know. And I'm like, oh,
I'm not gonna
okay.
kidnap you.
And then I just turned around and I'm like, what the fuck?
Damn, bitch. Like, I'm not gonna fucking steal you.
Like, okay.
I'm just trying to make sure we're in the right terminal. Like,
yeah, I want to make sure we're good, you know?
Pero
And
estaba like young or no?
no, she was older. Like,
No.
ya estaba like, más,
That's so
she was like
crazy.
maybe late 30s,
She's like a
early
Karen.
40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen. She was wild. I was like, all right.
But going back to your, barber life, if somebody wanted, like, digamos, I don't know, una girl.
Yeah.
Si viene y te dice, hey, what do you want to tell me? Like, I mean, no, pretend I'm the girl, right?
Okay.
I'm like, hey, I want to cut hair too. If you make a lot of money, like, what do I do first? Or what should I do first?
I think the very first thing you need to know is, the very first thing that you need to do is have a notebook with you because you're about to learn a lot. So you better start writing down. Yeah, so you need to start writing.
Okay, maestra.
Yeah, so I'm like, give me a little notebook. I'm about to tell you, this is a low fade, blah, blah, blah. That would be the first thing.
To bring the notebook.
Be serious. Yeah,
be serious.
Yeah, like be serious. Don't just come here and think that you're going to store everything in your head. You can't. It's too much information. So have a notebook. Be serious about it.
Yeah. It's a lot of knowledge that you learn. And you learn as you go, right?
Like have a schedule too, because you can't be like, okay, well, I can go tomorrow, I can learn tomorrow, but not the next day, because that's not how the brain works. You have to consistently be in a routine so that your brain can like actually capture the information. If you're not on routine, your brain is not gonna be able to keep up with you.
Yeah.
So, would you tell them like go to the school? Do you have to go to school?
Oh no, you don't have to go to school to learn a skill, but it's very recommended because that's an environment of a whole bunch of students. It's an environment of people who want to learn. It's an environment of teachers, people who are trying to prepare you. I'm not saying that you're gonna learn how to be a good barber in there, but you're gonna know the principles.
Because you didn't go to school, right? You went a different route the way you learned.
Yeah,
or
first, and then I went.
Oh, and
so
then
first, I just got my cosmetology license, and then I was like, okay, I'm a cosmetologist, but I was working at a barber shop doing nothing but haircuts for men. So I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna, when like after 5 years, like, well, no, I was like, yeah, I want to do this forever. So I was like, I'm gonna go to barber school. But I already knew how to cut hair, so to me it was, and I only needed to do like 300 hours of barbering school, so I was in and out.
Yeah, and it was because you just wanted to get licensed, no?
Correct. Yeah, y también to be in the building where I'm at, I needed to be licensed.
How long have you been in that building?
2 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And are you taking new
Almost
clients
2
right now or no?
New clients all the time.
Oh. Because I know a lot of people are like not always taking new clients, you know?
I'm taking new clients all the time. Yeah, so for me, it's more like there's, como te digo, not to have like preferences, but when it's business, not to have any preferences. Like, yeah, you can be cool all you want, but at the end of the day, how much how much revenue are you bringing to the table? You know what I'm saying? So because somebody can replace you if you're not bringing enough revenue to my table. Easily,
I see.
somebody can replace you.
Yeah.
So I always take new clients because I was like, he can be replacing somebody who's only paying me 20 or 25.
Yeah.
He can replace somebody who's only paying me 30.
Or somebody that only comes for a cut once a month.
Yeah, right.
They're getting replaced by somebody that comes like every fucking
Every
week.
week. Yeah.
Do you have weekly clients?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I
I
have.
feel like it's normal.
Sorry, we had a little technical issue.
Yeah,
over here.
camera went off.
Cameraman over
My
there.
bad, my bad.
Fired for the 5th time.
Damn.
He gets fired
I
every
still get
episode. So you were telling us about your new clients, right?
Right.
You're always She's always welcoming new clients. So if you want to look her up at, what's your Instagram?
Yunno with the YUNNO.Fades.
All right.
Yunno
So
Fades.
book with her if you're looking for like a good ass fresh cut. Cause like I said, we go to her for Milo. So
Yeah, she cut me up, guys.
No, I didn't.
no.
I am not claiming that. No, I did not.
She said it's alright.
It's alright. He said, "Oh, I went to Chinita. What do you think about it?" I was like, "It's alright." And then everybody was like, "He did it himself."
And Roland's ears got so red.
I didn't even feel like they got red, but I guess
They did, right? He got it como que.
I was like,
no,
because I knew I did it.
Agüito.
I think I do a pretty good job, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. But what do you feel like about new clients? You get excited because you said like you're okay getting
I
them.
do, dude. Did you feel like when y'all came in? How did you feel like I was?
Honestly,
It's a good vibe.
I've always wanted not to be a part of Milo's haircuts because he's a boy, you know. So I'd always be like, just take him with Tony, just go, you know. But I always had to be the one to sit down. So when we went with you, I was like, this is my opportunity to fucking just be like, you sit down.
Yeah.
You know? That's Myla, right?
Yeah, that's Milo.
Our dog's outside. Sorry, guys. I don't know if they can hear that.
I can close the door.
And so whenever we went, when we're like, I would follow you, and I just thought your personality was very, me gustaba tu personalidad, you know, because you'd be like, hey guys, you know, and you'll be like recording yourself. So I just felt like whenever you would record, I'd be like, oh yeah, she seems pretty fucking cool, you know, like, and I wanted somebody to make Milo feel comfortable. And I would see you post other kids, and I'm like, oh, she probably will make Milo feel comfortable, you know? So then when we showed up, I was like, oh, babe, tú siéntate. You know, right away, like, you sit down, you know? Because it's a new place for Milo, and I don't have to be a part of it no more. But I felt very, you're very welcoming, you know? No me sentía bien, like.
Yeah, you were
So
not,
now,
like, awkward. Like,
yeah, so now I feel like, oh, I don't mind going, you know, because I feel like our conversations are always fucking funny, and you're always telling us, guys, she just fucking, every time we go, it's like a whole ass new, like, damn.
Like, I know, really?
Dude, like, how the hell did you do that? Like, how old are you? Like, like, literally, we're always laughing, and I don't know if the people, you know, your little neighbors from the
Oh yeah, I'm like,
building.
no, we sometimes compete. I'm like, they're laughing. All right, let's laugh. Come on, you hear them over there? Come on.
No, yeah. And Milo, he's very like como not antisocial, but in a way, if he doesn't know you, he doesn't trust you.
Yeah.
And he'll say bye to her really good. Like,
Yeah.
he'll be like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah, once he's like, I'm alright, I'm out of here. Bye,
Bye.
peace.
yeah. But we're slowly getting
But yeah,
into
porque this last
sit
time that we
down.
went, he was just telling you like, oh, dinosaurs and all this shit.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs.
But I think it's porque like you're a girl and you're pretty, you know, so I feel como que no sé si le da pena contigo.
Oh, okay.
¿Sí me
okay,
entiendes?
yeah.
Como, porque, right, babe? Like, at first, como que sí estaba como que, like, I don't know if I should talk to her, you know, but I think it was that.
It's I feel like it's a combination between that and then we usually book when it's like his nap time.
Yeah, but
Because
because of his
he fell asleep
school.
right after that.
Oh, yeah.
really?
Yeah, as soon as we left, like, we leave your appointments and he knocks out.
No.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But it just works out the best, you know, because he's getting out of school and then that's his nap time and we don't want to have to wait till later because Roland's working and, you know, we got to get the day going. So,
Yeah.
it's convenient.
yeah. And what about, you know, do you have like special clients or anything?
Como special.
Or like, have you lost any clients that you're just like,
Oh, yeah, I've lost clients. I've lost clients that I've actually cried that I've lost.
really?
Yes, like there was this one girl. she brought me her 2 kids, and I've been cutting their hair since they were like babies. Maybe like 8 years ago. I started cutting their hair since 8 years ago. And she decided to stop doing business with me. Like, she told me straight up, like, I'm not doing business with you no more, like that. Like, she was mad. She was pissed.
Why?
She was pissed. Me da vergüenza decir. Me da vergüenza. No, but I'm going to say, because, like, we have to learn, you know, because I was just starting with my business, and, like, it was my fault. So the thing was, this is what she was bothered about. I had came in contact with somebody who had COVID, and I told her, like, oh, I'm gonna have to cancel your appointment, I'm gonna go get checked, blah blah blah. Well, I canceled everybody's appointment for that day so I can go get checked, and then I also canceled the next 2 days, and she fell on the 3rd day, so I had to reschedule los primeros, los segundos, los terceros, el tercer día, right? So she was on the last day, so her turn came almost last, but she expected me to hit her up first right away, because, you know, I've been doing business with her, blah blah blah. But she was mainly hurt because she's like, to us, you're more than a barber to us, and like, you did this, like, da 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 da, right? Like, that's bad business, like, that's unprofessional, you know, things like that. Y me hizo sentir mal. I was like, dang, like, I get it, like, I feel you, pero like, you could have came at me and told me this, how you felt, without saying I'm cutting business with you. Because I'm like, if McDonald's messes up, you still go back to McDonald's, you know. And you don't have a relationship with McDonald's, but you have, like, you're claiming to have a relationship with me, and you're telling me, like, hey, I'm gonna tell you this, but check yourself. And I would have checked myself, but you came at me telling me I'm cutting business. Just cutting it off. Yeah, I'm cutting business with you because you don't appreciate me. And that wasn't the case, because I do appreciate you.
Yeah, and you were just not because it's favoritism, like you said earlier, sino que you were just going, if I canceled day 1, day 2, day 3, I'm going to reschedule day 1, day 2, day 3. It's just fair,
yeah. I mean, you can have a relationship with your clients, but it's just like, también keep it where...
Right.
Was it that was recent, whenever you had...
that was like at the beginning of COVID.
Oh, okay.
That was at the beginning of COVID, yeah. And... I even had a little picture of her son on my profile. This is what made me cry. I had a picture of her son on my profile. She's like, take that thing off. Yeah. Like, take his picture off. I'm about to cry.
Nah, that's fucked up, though. Like, nah.
That is sad. That is sad. Especially because, but as girls, I feel que somos bien, like, I don't say this word often or at all, but como mamonas.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like buchona vibes.
Yeah, no, buchona is like a narco wife, right?
Yeah. No, but yeah, like te pasas.
Like, as a girl, I feel girls are very like, what the fuck, right away.
Huh? I still have her messages. I kept
I don't know. That's.
I told her, I was like, you're talking out of emotion. Like, I understand what you're saying, but I'm trying to have you understand what I am trying to say. Like, I understand you, but you're talking over emotions. She's like, well, yeah, because my kid is crying. Like, I'm like, but I didn't make him cry. She's like, well, my kid is crying because he just lost his barber. I'm like, but I didn't make him cry, girl. Like,
you're the one that's cutting shit off. Like,
so
nah, I don't agree.
No, but you know what? The fact that you remember, you know, I at the end, you said it was your fault, but I don't really think it was. You know, on my personal, for me telling me my POV, my point of view, I don't think it was your fault, but.
Yeah. But, like, maybe it was kind of unprofessional, because, you know, like, I didn't tell her, like, hey, I'm booking everybody, but you're kind of like the last person that I'm a...
But yeah, or maybe...
How would she know?
Or maybe you should have been like, I'm booking, like, reach out, like, hey, I'm booking everybody, but since you were, like, my 3rd day of cancellation, you'll be my 3rd day of...
Que no le dije. I didn't tell.
No, yeah, that's probably...
Yeah, I just reached out to people by order, and, like, well, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go back to work in 4 days. So in 4 days, I didn't reach out to her to tell her when I was going to book her. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Nah, but still, it's not a need to cut shit off.
The thing, it was like, oh, you took 4 days. Like,
yeah, because the last time you told us, because of COVID, you know, and we had Elias's party that weekend.
Yeah, it was something.
We had a party that weekend, so we kind of scheduled him to, like, be fresh for that party.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, you know, because of COVID or whatever, and I'm like, oh, okay, and we're like, fuck.
But at the same time, I was like, well, I mean, I understand.
No, but we understood, because I would rather you tell me, hey, I'm gonna cancel because of COVID, opposed to you fucking cutting hair and like.
Y yo también aquí, like, I went to go get tested yesterday and I don't know my results. You know, that's kind of messed
You over
up.
here just breathing.
Wait, right? You went to go get tested yesterday?
No, que te
Oh,
que te dijera, like, on your appointment, like, hey, Evelyn, by the way, I'm over here cutting your son's hair, but I went to go get tested yesterday. Imagine.
No, yeah, that would suck.
nah. I don't know. That's
And
a
then I've
crazy
had
situation.
clients también that they're like, oh, I'll pay you Friday, and they don't pay me.
Oh, I
I was gonna
post
ask you that about that. Like, if you confide in them so much, you let them like, oh, I don't want you to say, yeah, I do, and then other clients are like, what the fuck, like, pero
No, anybody who tells me like, hey, I don't got you today, but like I got you next Friday, then I'm gonna hold you up against, like, I'm gonna hold you accountable for that, because like I've known you, you're a cool dude, you know, we've done business, everything's great. I don't have no, why would I not trust you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, but
I'm
what-
grown. We're grown.
yeah, but what? After they fuck that up, then that's when you just like, nah,
No,
Yeah.
I
like,
don't do that shit.
I'm still waiting. We're still gonna talk. We gotta talk.
Yo, I
You're gonna
thought she
see
was
where-
like, oh, the camera went off. I was like, oh fuck.
No, but what about
And I don't hold grudges. Like, I'm still waiting, like, an explanation. Like, you know, like, you went missing. Come explain. We can talk. You know, like, because
you never know if they might have lost a job.
and yeah, exactly. That's what I think. Like, now I'm over here guessing. Now you got me guessing. Like, bro, what if like you didn't have to eat that day and like por vergüenza no me dijiste, and I could have sent you the 50. Like, okay, like you could have told me like, hey, like, dang, like, I know I told you this Friday, but I don't got the money. So I'm like, bro, it's cool. I'm sending you 50 then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very it's bien humilde, like on your part, you know.
Yeah, because I'm like, you don't gotta do me like that. You know, like, just tell me.
It's
They
all
know
about
how I am.
communication.
Yeah, they know how I am. You know, I'm not gonna judge anybody.
No, yeah.
Yeah, like,
No, and then that's very good. Like, I mean, and hopefully, like, if other people, obviously, you don't always want to be like, oh yeah, pay me next Friday. No, obviously not. Pero pues si no se puede, or you know, whatever.
and it's not every client que dice, so it's like uno de 100 that's like, oh, I don't got it right now, but I got you next Friday.
No, yeah. Did you have like another question? Very unprofessional, babe.
What do you
We
mean?
don't have them like.
No, we're having
memorized.
a good like conversation.
Oh, I know.
Do you want to be a therapist?
I was gonna say that.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Nah, because I was like, man, she has so many stories from everybody. Like, do you ever think like, man, I should be a therapist? Like,
Not a therapist, but the thing is, because if I become a therapist, then I have to watch out with how I respond to people.
Oh, that's
what if you
true.
became the first barber therapist? Damn.
You coming to
You're
therapy today?
you're-
That's 20 more.
Si no, van a estar así.
Yeah.
Que le estés cortando el pelo, no pueden hablar anymore because you're a certified therapist.
Like, don't
No,
talk to
but
me.
that's
you didn't
true. That's true. You got to think
Yeah.
about how you respond.
Yes.
You can't be like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
así.
Yeah, if I become like a certified therapist, then I have to take things a little bit more like calm down. Pero I do feel like a therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah, when my clients come in, I do feel like the things they tell me, sometimes I don't care to check you. I just don't care to check you.
And I feel like it helps them. I feel like they might be like, fuck, I don't have nobody to talk to, and then it's just, you know, I don't know. It feels like
Yeah, I
like
look.
barbers
I guess,
get that a lot.
Yeah, because I look forward to your appointments. I think we're your therapist, though.
Yeah.
When we go to to Milo's appointments, I
Yeah,
feel
I'm
you
like,
tell
guess
us.
what happened to me? Guess what happened? And the thing is that I don't have a lot of couples come in. So that's one thing about you guys. Oh, snap. That's one thing about you guys que yo admiro of you guys, that you all actually come as a family, because there's like little kids who come with their daddy. Yo no conozco like the mom. And I'm like, just one time, like bring her one time, or like, or guys, I'm like, hey, bring your girlfriend one time, you know, just so that I can meet her.
No, yeah, because I'm telling you, at first I was like, nah, like, you just do it. Like, it's a guy thing, you know, because if we have a daughter, I'm going to go take her to do my nails. Like, it's a mom
girl
and,
thing, yeah.
you know. But when I went to the first appointment, I'm like, oh, I actually think it's cool. Like, I'm going to keep coming, you know. And he's like,
it's
oh.
not a barber shop.
Cause and I think that's what it is. Because I
not
feel
the
like
barbershop.
it's
It's
not
more
the
private.
Yeah, so I feel like, because when we would go to Tony, I would go too, and I would fucking talk to Tony too. Like, you know, I would talk to his mom. She would, it'll be like, mom, Tony, and his brother Josue, and even the other lady, you know. And I mean, I would just talk to all of them, you know. But since it's more like in the little room, I feel like we'll just like talk about stuff. I don't feel like it's like, you know, I don't think, I pictured it more like like a barber place, like, you know.
Oh, when you booked an appointment with me, you thought it was gonna be like more like a barbershop?
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be like.
I thought it was like a barbershop too.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be
from your Instagram. I
but
thought it
because
was,
you always posted the green wall, you know, so I didn't
It's
know.
white now.
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
it's white.
you took it off. This last time they were.
No,
No,
the little
it's-
sides are green.
the little
You know,
sides are
the-
green. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And
And
then
it is the middle is
middle is
white.
white,
Yeah,
yeah.
the middle is white. You always would post like that or whatever,
The
or I would
background.
see the back, you know. So I remember specifically like the green.
Like she's cutting in a jungle or what?
No, people would be like, "Is this like a little park?" This is like a little park.
No, yeah. So I was like, damn, I'm gonna go the first time just for Milo, you know. But
Just
I
to see if
feel-
she's really cool or whatever.
Yeah, guys, she be getting them snacks. Milo goes in there and he goes like this, checa abajo del sofá to see if she got more chips. Nah, yeah. Book an appointment if y'all are interested in
Yeah.
getting a
So,
good
do you
cut.
think? I don't know if it has to do with like your nursing and stuff, but do you think you're gonna end up doing this long term, or are you gonna
No,
try
dude.
different shit?
Me va a dar artritis and I'm like this. No, I don't think I'm gonna be doing like barbering for the rest of my life. No.
But you also do teaching, no? Or you don't do it no more? No?
But I do want to.
Whoa.
Sorry. I think I don't want to get, you know,
What?
sponsored
It's
by
that, right?
by
Wow.
Michelob. Yeah, it's the beer.
Yeah. Porque con esa no. She
No,
was all
that was
yeah.
good. Yeah, I
You
think that's
usually-
gonna be my new drink.
You usually growl like that in my ear sometimes.
Ya quisieras.
Está soñando.
My mom watches this big.
But like, cause I think it'd be cool también like to.
I want to open up a barber school.
Okay, yeah, I was
I
gonna
would
say
like to
something
open
like
up a
that.
barber
yeah, I think that would be badass if you do that.
Like not manually be doing shit like not manually. What the fuck is the word? I see like getting your hands dirty and shit
Ándale.
like physically, pero investing somehow in
Right.
that.
Échale ganas.
Yeah, yeah.
Está muy bien así. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's
And
how
and
I
if
am
you're
right now.
teaching, you're not cutting as much. You know, you're just guiding them.
And I would like to like just come in to teach like once a month to be like I'm doing a whole show, guys. You know, like
Yeah, like host a little.
yeah, host like a little thing. Like okay, I'll be there at the barber school once a month.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Do you know what passive income is?
Sí, así como que nada más like no muevo las manos y pero me está llegando el dinero.
Do you think about besides the school something else, or your school is like what you want to look for?
because that would work as passive income.
Yeah, it
No,
would work.
yeah, también like I was talking to you about the sweets, opening up sweets.
Yes.
Oh
Sweets.
yeah,
Yeah.
the sweets, man. Hell yeah.
That's what I want to
That,
do.
that would
too.
be pretty badass. Like, you know, nothing but like, you know, lash girls and, you know, the people.
The beauty industry in sweets.
I thought you said beauty in the streets. I said what?
Beauty industry.
So, do you want to play the game?
¿Cuál?
The
The
ABC.
little ABC game.
in Spanish.
Yeah.
We can play it to.
Yeah, but I also want to tell people to like motivation. You have to be motivated to have your own business. You have to find the motivation. Like you can't just expect for it to just come in your lap and be like, oh wow, a business. No, it doesn't work
yeah,
like that.
you work more.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like I was like, oh, voy a estar bien relajadita. Nah, dude. Like I sometimes don't eat because I'm working.
Damn, that's me.
Damn,
I don't
that
eat
is
because
you.
I'm working.
Nah, that ain't you, bro. You be eating your snacks.
Wow. I do eat snacks. No,
No,
but
yeah,
yeah.
but
Like
that's
people
good.
quit their 40-hour
Yeah.
a week job to be
To
like,
think
oh,
like my own business. Yeah, I'm gonna
nah,
relax.
you're gonna
it's not-
fucking work double.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Damn. No, but
I
that's
fuck with
good.
that.
And one question, if somebody was starting out, like, you know, wanting to cut hair, what would be like a good beginner's clipper? Like, I guess that's what they're called.
The
Walls.
Clippers,
Clippers.
Walls.
Walls.
Those are my old time clippers. Those are the ones that I began with, and I still stick with them. I don't know anything else but wall. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's take a quick break so we can start the ABC game.
Yeah.
And then we don't have to take a pause.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Peace.
All right, guys. We're going to do a quick little fun segment. Yunno habla español and nosotros también. So vamos a jugar el abecedario.
Jaguar. Vamos a jaguar.
Vamos a jugar el abecedario. So vamos a empezar como vas a decir la A y tienes que decir una palabra que empieza con la A. No puedes decir nombres. Y el que pierda se toma una shot.
Really?
Una shot chiquita.
Oh, I'm like, ¿de agua?
Okay.
Can we just, I mean,
So, ABC. D, E, F, G.
Ajá.
De,
Oh.
de ABCC. Yeah.
A veces,
Sí.
che,
Tienes
ya,
que decir la che,
Te toca a ti, Che.
la doble L,
Sí.
la doble L y la doble
Y la
ñ
ñ.
y la doble R. Como no creo que haya palabras, podemos usar una que tenga la doble R en la palabra.
Sí.
¿Ok?
Ok.
Ahí.
Ok.
No, también hay... ¿Cuál otras letras hay?
Es la che, la doble L, la ñ, la doble R.
Y la doble Y.
Oh, yeah.
¿Hay doble
The
Y?
double L.
No, esa es
L, double L.
doble
Ese-
L.
ese es
ñ.
ella.
No,
Oh,
ella.
yeah. Ella. Oh,
Doble
what's doble
Y. Two Y's. Está loco.
That's la W. That people
That-
sometimes call it W or doble.
W.
Yeah.
Es W.
Siento que hay otro...
Nah.
Ok.
Ok, vas a empezar.
¿Ya
A,
empezó?
Ya.
Con A. Alfombra.
B. Bebé.
C. Casa.
Che.
Es que I don't want to say che. Boom. I'm just going to say the word.
No.
Cheque.
D. Directo.
Elefante.
Foca.
Gato. Ok.
¿Es la H
Sí.
o la J?
La H.
¿Digo
G,
J?
H.
Ujú.
Yo dije la G
Oh,
de
ok.
gato.
Y yo
H.
H. Ok. Hueso.
Iguana.
Jugo.
Koala.
Luna.
Marca.
Mariposa. No, que te tocó doble L.
Oh, me toca la doble L.
Yeah.
Oh, ok.
Oh.
Llave.
Mariposa.
Oh, natural.
Niño. Pues porque
No, te toca la O.
¿Qué? Me toca
Ñ.
la ñ.
Oh, ya.
Pero no creo que haya palabra con la ñ, right? Que empiece primero. So, como niño,
Ya.
All right.
niño, o.
Oso.
Puerta.
Queso.
Roca.
Sapo.
Teta.
Uva.
Te toca la W. La W. ¿Verdad?
No le tocó la B. A mi U y luego
B.
B.
Oh, sí.
Ya.
Wow. Ve. Vista.
Oh, la W me toca a mí.
Ya.
Guarache. No, esa es con H.
That's
Espérate.
con G.
Guarache.
Five.
Gua.
4,
Oh, espérate.
2, 1.
W.
Boom. That's it.
Huerco.
Guagua.
Huerco.
Huerco.
Huerco no es palabra. Guagua tampoco. A
What
ver,
is W?
no sé. Si está la W en el español. ¿Cómo qué palabra?
Con.
Huepa.
Huepa. Vamos a ver.
¿Dónde está la shot? A ver. You don't have to take a shot.
¿Ves? Oh, como Washington. No, pero eso es
She has to
como
porque she
nombre.
made the rules. You didn't tell me que íbamos a tomar una shot. So, tú tomatela.
Ok. Oh, no, de ese no.
Oh.
Mejor este.
Honestly, te voy a dar poquito.
Sí, poquito.
'Cause-
¿Y por qué vas a poner ahí?
¿Qué?
Oh, I thought you were going
What
to
is that? ¿Una skull?
Yeah, it's
Sí.
from Korea.
Es tiempo de Halloween, pero this doesn't drop it until November.
Ya.
Una gota.
Oh.
A
Yeah,
ver.
that's good.
Este está bien. Ok. We can keep playing though para terminar
Okay,
el
doble.
ABC.
W.
So, pero nada.
Yo
no,
X.
Pero la W no sé si está.
Yeah.
Porque busqué palabras con la K.
Man, you're about to cheat. I'm not gonna do it.
Por ejemplo, Walter, Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. There's one. Güero.
No, güero es,
Es
con
con
la
la
G.
G,
Yeah.
Then, so is there a lot of words or no?
No, not really. Están en inglés. But it's okay. I'll take the shot. Y'all set me up for failure.
W, X.
Ayer dijimos una palabra.
It was, what was it that he said?
No, la que ustedes dijeron no era.
Yeah, pero
yo
it
les
has it in
dije.
between.
No, empezaba con la X.
Damn, there's not a lot of words in Spanish with the W.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so para el W se puede hacer con el W en la palabra. Fuck it.
No, pero ya que ya agarré.
Ya perdiste. Take it.
Okay. Piensa en la palabra.
I'm going to say
¿Para
it
que
in
la
between.
X?
Cheers.
Yeah, I can say
No, es empieza una.
5.
¿Te ayudo?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna count down.
Empieza con la X.
Sí, empieza con la
ayuda?
Empieza con la X y la I.
Ximena.
Ximena
No,
es un
no,
nombre.
nombre.
Y ese es como Jimena.
It was an instrument, wasn't it?
Sí.
But I don't remember the instrument's name.
¿Xilófano?
Oh, yeah. It was xilófano.
Xilófano.
Oh,
I
but
was
ya
about
got
to
a
say
drink.
saxophone.
No, ya. No,
Saxophone
I'll
is
drink
ese.
it.
Okay.
No, ese es just
Boom,
to finish it.
Yo-yo.
Oh, yeah.
Y la Z conmigo. Oh, my God. Zapato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom.
But cheers to having Yunno on this episode.
Thank you for having me.
We'll have her information on the description below. Do you have anything coming up? I think your video is dropping November.
If it's not the 8th,
No, it's not the 8th.
it's the following week.
the
So
Monday after. I think sería el 15.
November 15th.
Oh, November 15th.
Okay.
It's when this episode's going to be dropping.
Yeah.
But yeah, all her description is going to be below her Instagram information.
Booking information.
Her booking info.
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to say?
No, that's
No.
it.
It was fun.
It was a good episode.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for watching.
All right, guys. So
Cheers.
everybody,
Bye.
subscribe, like, comment,
Cheers.
leave all that shit. SuperiorHCX.com, all that. Make sure follow, show love. Thank you. Peace.
Bye.